Hi, my name is Binu Kavungampillil. I am presenting for PIDP 3240 Media Enhanced Learning Assignment number 3. I am going to talk about the history of zero. Zero is the most important number in mathematics. Without zero, there would be no algebra, no arithmetic, no decimal, no accounts, no physical quantity to measure, and most importantly, no computers. The first records of zero was in Babylonia in 3rd century BC. It then was found by Mayans in 3rd century AD and later was devised in India in the 4th century, spread to China, Arabian countries, and finally to Europe. The first recorded concept of zero appeared in Mesopotamia around 3rd century BC. The Babylonians did not consider zero as a number but just a placeholder. They used two hooks to denote empty spaces in the position notation. The Mayans, native inhabitants of Central America, had a complex calendar system and needed a placeholder in their elaborate date system. It led to their invention of zero, which was often represented by shell shape. The concept of zero as a number and not merely a placeholder is attributed to India, where practical calculations were carried out using zero. It was treated like any other number. The Indian scholar Acharya Pingala used the Sanskrit word shunya to refer zero. His representation of zero as a dot seemed to be the first known explicit reference to zero. Even though Indian texts mentioned zero much earlier, it was only in 875 AD that an epigraphical evidence was inscribed in stone in the form of circular symbol at the Chaturbhuj temple, Gwalior. The earliest known text to treat zero as a number was Brahmapushta Siddhanta by Brahmagupta, an Indian mathematician and astronomer. It provides the rule for arithmetic manipulations that apply to zero and negative numbers. The first rule for dealing with zero as a number was developed by Brahmagupta. He formulated that when zero was added or subtracted from a number, it remains unchanged. Also, any number multiplied by zero becomes zero. Around the year 500, Aryabhatta devised a decimal system of positional numeration, which he describes in his book Aryabhatiya. Although he did not propose a symbol for zero, he does write the word ka instead. In the 9th century, Mahavira also delves into operation with zero, indicating that multiplication of a number by zero is zero. Bhaskara too says in the 12th century that a fraction with denominator zero indicates an infinite quantity. In AD 690, a Chinese empress who introduced Setian characters, one of which was a round symbol. The round symbol is a variation of these characters. Zero had not treated as a number at that time but was a vacant position. The Arabian traders carried Brahmagupta's writings along with spices to the Middle East. The zero reached Baghdad by 773 AD, and the Islamic and Arabic mathematicians took the idea of Indian mathematicians. Muhammad bin Musa al-Khwarizmi was the first to work on equations that would equal to zero. He called the zero as sifr, which means empty, and by the year 879, the zero was written as oval-shaped number. The Hindu-Arabic numeral system reached Europe in the 11th century. Although this number system is invented by Indian mathematicians, Europeans called it as Arabic numerals because they were introduced to the West by Arab merchants. The first European to promote the use of zero was an Italian mathematician, Fibonacci. He began to influence Italian merchants and German bankers to use zero, and they came to realize that using zero would show if their accounts were balanced. René Descartes, a French mathematician, was the next European who promoted the use of zero. He used zero as the graph coordinates for x and y axes in the middle of 1600s. British mathematician Isaac Newton and German mathematician Gottfried Leibniz made further advances in the last of 1600s by using zero in calculus. Without calculus, we would not have physics and engineering. Mathematics is a science of invisible entities that we can only understand by writing them down. India, by adding zero to the positional number system, unleashed the true power of numbers, advancing mathematics from rudimentary towards its current sophistication. Thank you.